opening speech to a speech that was persuading, to someone who's about to inspire us. Put your hands together for Toastmaster Bhushan.
Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters. Yes, it is a coincidence that my speech is titled You version 2.0. How many of you have signed up for gym membership in the first week of January because it was giving 20 to 50% discount? Many, right? How many of you actually went to the gym for the entire year? Common scenario. How many of you have decided to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning and pursue reading, jogging? How many of you could continue doing that for the rest of the time? Instilling new habits is difficult, especially when it involves you. What I'm going to propose is not just a hardware change, but we also need to work on the software changes which we have instilled in our body from the time we started. Typically, we would see that our choices are automatic, or our configuration is set. What are these choices we are talking about? We tend to choose fear over faith. What if it doesn't work? What if this goes wrong? What if I fail? What if I can't achieve that? Stop. Why can't you say, what if it works? What if I am wildly successful? What if we were to live the life which we secretly dream of? Why choose fear over faith? The second configuration I can talk about is unhappiness over happiness. How many of you have a list of people who get to your nerves? 10 people. 10 things that get to your nerves. Most of them, right? How many of you have a list of things which make you ecstatic? 10 things. One or two, right? So, is it safe to say that we tend to choose unhappiness over happiness as the default setting? So what are the software changes or configuration changes I am talking about? Typically, there have been, it can be grouped into 2 or 3 different types. One is motivation. We tend to rely a lot on motivation. The first 3 weeks when we go to gym is the motivation. What keeps you going is the inspiration. So we tend to rely more on motivation compared to inspiration. Inspiration is literally means in spirit. So are we in spirit when doing what we are doing? The second configuration which we talk about is enthusiasm. Enthusiasm comes from a Greek word called entheos, which literally means the God within. Eckhart Tolle, famous author, he had talked about 3 different modalities of enthusiasm. The first one being acceptance. Most of the time we are in denial. We don't want to accept what is going on. So acceptance is the first modality. Acceptance is accepting what is there and doing what is required to be done at this point of time. When you move on to the next level, we talk about enjoyment. That is accepting what is there and enjoying when we are doing it. So it is not about what we are doing, but how we are doing it. And the third one, which is the enthusiasm, the highest level, as he calls it, the enlightened, the highest form of enlightened doing is what he has mentioned. Enthusiasm is not only enjoying what you are currently doing, which is required to be done, but also having a long-term goal which you are looking at that point of time and enjoying the journey throughout. That is enthusiasm. This is the second one. The third one I would talk about is arete. This was introduced to me by Brian Johnson. Brian Johnson has a manifesto, a very good manifesto about arete. Arete is another Greek word which means excellence. He starts up asking you a question. What would you do if you're not afraid of anything? Okay, so what exactly are you waiting for? This is not a dress rehearsal. Wake up, this is life. Arete, you would say? Yes, arete. Gandhi got it, Einstein got it, the Greeks got it, Socrates, Picasso, everybody got it. Arete means literally living the highest self of you from moment to moment to moment. Does that sound interesting? No? Living your highest self from moment to moment to moment, what other choice do we have? Live in disillusion, live in resentment, it's your choice. He would say that why not live, laugh, lead, go ahead, be audacious, be bold, live your life, dream. That might move you. You might also, in the process, move the world or move the human race forward. Living your dream, you deserve it. If that doesn't inspire you, the world deserves it. When we talk about living from moment to moment at the highest potential, what is it that we are valuing here? If you compare what we are valuing actually in life is something which is not worth that. We are behind resumes and accolades and PPF accounts and all. Talking about retirement, who came up with retirement? What I understand about retirement is you work on something which you are not passionate about for whole life in order to save enough money and then crave about what you could have done while you had the time to do it. That's a strange idea, right? So what's the solution? Think arete. What is this arete? Again, living moment to moment to moment with your highest potential. With this, I would say it's best to be the best version of yourself rather than being a second-rate version, like you mentioned, of someone else, because everybody else is already taken. So next time when you think of having to try out a change in your life, think again what Yoda said. Try not. Do or do not. There is no try. Over to you, Toastmaster.